franchise player, as well as Jay Briggs. It is Tuesday, last day of April, April 30th. Let's see if we can bring it home with the hammer. You know, my Heat got hammered last night. I tell you what, man. Sometimes you watch a game, and I've seen this with the Heat a few times this season in the regular season, and you're just like, can anybody hit a wide open shot? It's just like, what is going on, man? It was like one of those games where I don't even think they were outplayed. I just think, they could not hit a shot to save their life. Inside, outside. Even Bam's little floater was not going in. It was like, oh my God, man. It was tough to watch. Harrow was wide open taking those shots. They're rattling around. It's like just not dropping. There was maybe 5 really bad shots they took the whole game, And they still were in it most of the way. But didn't happen. So I just have to take them down 4-3. And, of course, the bright side of the equation, I have that plus 800. I'm still plus 500 for the series. If you bet the Celtics every game, you're plus 200. So I'm ahead of all you guys. No matter what happens in this series, if you bet the Celtics every game, I'm still ahead of you. It's the best you can do is plus 290. I'll be plus 400. That's how you draw it up on the telestrator, Chris.
I never thought you were crazy for doing that.
That's how you pay the bills.
I said it was a good call for sure. Especially if you look at just like a rollover, like even if you go down, 1 or 2 games, you still roll the profit over, and I'm sure
rolling the profits.
Do you think a rollover is better? Do you think it's better to take a shot on the series price? Probably rollover, right?
Yeah, probably rollover. I don't know.
Yeah, like I'll do both.
Well, the thing is, it's like if you bet the Heat every single game on the money line, right? So if they would have won last night, they're plus 410. So plus 410 plus plus 410 plus 800 less 2, so you'd be up over 1,000 units. Just on those 2 games alone. So even if you lost another 100, it went 900, right? And then say the Heat won the next 2, probably going to be plus 400. In Game 7 in Boston, they'll be about plus 500 at least, maybe 600. You're plus 2,500. I don't know what the Heat were to win this series, but I'm going to guess it wasn't that. Sean Moore once rolled over a Chevy Blazer.
Now we got some breath between the Nuggets Timberwolves series. So in this gap, I am the biggest Jamal Murray hater that there is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jamal. Big shot Murray, man. Shout out to him, man. I don't know how. As soon as I saw the clock winding down, even with the shot clock, I knew he was taking that same little shot. We just seen it. Did y'all not just see the same story? We all watched it. Whether I watched it on TV, whether I was on the bench or on the floor, we all knew Jamal Murray was going to come off that high screen and roll and take that little 15-footer. We all knew it. And we all knew he was going to make it. So, shout out to the Nuggets, man. They go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. Bye-bye, Lakers. End of an era, man. Moving into the second round. No KD, no LeBron, no Steph. This is officially a new era of NBA basketball, man. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it.
Or an off season, or an
off season, or a new era. We won't know till next year, but
It's weird. The show is not showing up on my feed, on my YouTube feed. So strange, man. How about you guys? Showing up, Chris? So weird.
Yeah, it's showing up on mine.
I see it too. I did have the Lakers plus the points yesterday, though, so that was cool. They did cover, but man, I wanted the dub. I wanted the money line.
Yeah, you got crushed in the comments on that.
Yeah, I know.
Crushed, man. The Jamsters have really turned on you.
I know.
Say, man, it gets ugly.
Playoff basketball is ugly, though. You know, everybody, the feelings get involved, the emotion, mine too. You know,
it's ugly fast, man. It's like, man, they just it sucks. I mean, I saw a guy. I mean, Ron even gets these comments. I delete a lot of them. You know, they go into the trash bin. But man, you guys are cold, man.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood. It was an all right day for me yesterday. Thunder Buddies smashed them Pelicans. So that was cool to see.
Yep. So with me in NBA, I ended up even money because I didn't pay any juice on that Heat money line, and I had the Thunder. It's a wash. My play of the day got rained out.
Yeah, who'd you have? Tigers. Man, them White Sox had it yesterday, man. Damn.
Tell you, man, in my videos, I gave out the Nationals. I mean, not the Nationals. I gave out the Mariners. All those dogs that hit yesterday. But the only premiums I had, one got rained out, and then the other one was I lost at the Yankees. Going on the do not bet list. So the Panthers, did they close out the series, Chris? Is that what happened in that game?
Yeah. Yeah, they smacked around the Panthers. And now the Lightning can suck it. They can go home. I think that I was saying on Twitter last night, I think the torch of hockey in Florida is passed on to the Panthers now.
Well, less all the Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Lightning. Nah. Counts for something.
No, it does, but I'm saying I still think that, you know, Lightning's now best years are behind them. Now they gotta retool.
How about, for me, I'd rather root for the Heat and get swept than be a bandwagon jumping chump and bet on the Celtics, man. It's just ridiculous, It's like they're so soft, man. It's so pathetic to watch. It's like the rah-rah club,
Yeah.
It is.
Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars. Todd,
yeah.
What you thinking, Roof? We gonna win that thing? We gonna win the series?
I mean, it's a hell of a series now, but I mean, not to tear down the Stars, but right now the way I see it is that the road teams won all 4 games in that series, and Dallas still has home ice. So something's got to give. It's either
I don't think that's gonna stick the road. I mean, I get it. 4 in a row is kind of crazy, but I feel like somebody gonna win one at home. Somebody.
But the thing for me, and the thing you notice just the longer you watch playoff hockey, is that sometimes series just play out like that. Like it's like no matter how many times you think it has to flip eventually, you can have a series where the road team wins all 7 games, or you can have a series where all 7 games are under 5 goals, or something like that. You think that at some point it has to flip, but it doesn't always.
Hopefully, it don't happen tomorrow. I'm back in the field.
But this is probably the most even series of the ones that are left.
For sure. Nah, it's been a hell of a series, man. I ain't gonna lie. Them Knights, they tough. They tough.
I think yesterday was one of our most watched shows we ever had.
Christopher Sanchez Day ruined it for everybody.
Did. I'll be sure to call in sick the next time Sanchez pitches.
The thing is, Jay Johnson, it's Miami, bro. Miami's the thorn in the side of the Celtics, bro. So, like, you know what I mean? You're going to give me 10.5 in the playoff game with the Heat, bro. against Boston.
The thing is, they almost got it. They came so close to covering at the end, man. They almost had the cover. Even the announcers didn't realize how close the game was because they said it was 25. It was only 15. It's like, and that gets it down to 25. But actually, it got it down to 15 when they said that. It was like the game was closer. I mean, we didn't hit a shot, man. I mean, it was pathetic. It was like, I mean, a lot of those shots for NBA players have to be automatic, you know? I mean, these guys are wide open. They're just a bunch of lazy scumbags, man, sitting around doing nothing. Shoot around, man.
Well, 9 times out of 10, I'm on Miami in the closeout game in Boston. 9 times out of 10. That's probably where I'm at. Boston wins it. Miami covers on the way out the door.
Can't glorify an ass whooping. I'll tell you what, man. I'd way rather go down as a 10.5 point dog and a 14.5 point dog and all these spreads that the Heat have gone down, boy, than the shit that we dumped on them last year in Game 7 in Boston, man. There's nothing you can do to erase that, man. A 1 beating an 8 should be a sweep automatic, man. It should be, look what the Thunder did, the 1 seed in the West, man. It was not even a series. It was not even a game. It was an afterthought, man. It was an afterthought.
Thunder buddies.
And that's the way that it should be, man. And that's the way that it should be. A 1 versus 8 should be that. An 8 beating a 1 is about as rare as a 16 beating a 1 in the NCAA tournament. It's almost in that same classification. It's been done. I can name the ones that I've seen on my hand. Last year, the Heat beating the Bucks. And then I think Moses Malone did it with the Rockets against the Lakers. Magic Johnson's like rookie year or something. I think those are the only 2 that I can remember where that's happened. The Celtics are so you're saying that a 1 is better than an 8? Wow, man. You should quit your day job. It's like, but what you guys can't argue is that I already won more money on this series than if you bet Boston, then you could win. I've already won more. I've already won the series. I've already won betting this series. I don't care. I'm not a fan. I don't go to games. You never see me say, oh, I'm at the game or whatever. I don't go to games. I am not a fan. I am only in it for the money. I do not care about any of these other things. I am exactly like pro athletes. Why are you sitting in that chair? Because it pays me $1 more than I can make anywhere else. That's exactly why I do it. It's like, so I already won this series, man. I already won. I got one game at plus 800. The worst I can possibly be in this series is plus 400. It's the worst I can be. I only have upside. And if you bet the Celtics every game, if they win next game, you're plus 290. I still won. I still won. We don't care about fans. Don't care. Not a fan. Not in the fan business. You can go to Fanatics, get a jersey. You want to be a fan. They got their ass kicked. Doesn't matter. It counts as minus 100, man. That's all it counts as. It counts as minus 100. It doesn't matter if they lost by 500, man. I still won more money than you did betting on the Celtics. This is a betting show, not a fan show. You can go to the Boston Celtics show. You go to Odd Shopper. You want to go to a fan show. You know, go to one of those $5 parlay better shows, man. Go over there. Go to Wager Talk. Go to one of our competitors, man. Go bet $5 parlays with those guys. They won't even show you the record, man. Oh, they tell us their best bets on the video. Yeah, because they don't keep their records. It's like there's no record keeping right on their site of these guys' picks. So, of course, they can give you their best bets because they're unaccountable for them. Tomorrow they have new best bets, right? I don't know. Chris, what are you up in baseball this year? Your best bets. What's your record?
On the site,
I know you know it.
I think 2,400 units so far in the MLB.
Yeah, it's like it's not a fan show, man. I want the heat.
You can Jay will be the first to tell you. I've gone against Toronto teams more than I've than anybody else. Like it's just like I can like my team all I want, but I also like the team that's making me money.
What is this? Jay? What does this mean? This is talking shit.
In my instance, because I know somebody's gonna say something, I'm a fan. But in my instance, at least this is what I would say. All three of the teams that I'd be fanboying over were all three top 3 ATS in their respective leagues. So, it just so happened to align that way. The Mavs were the number 2 this season. The Rangers last season were one of the most profitable teams in Major League Baseball. The Cowboys were one of the most profitable teams in the NFL the last 3 seasons. So it makes sense.
I wish I understood what you guys were saying, man. I wish you guys actually wrote like English that I can understand. Because I'll address all this shit. Odd Chopper, they're a bunch of kids, man. There's no full-time professional bettors there. Just a bunch of kids with the camera trying to whore themselves out for a sportsbook sign up. It should be called sportsbook whores. That would be a better name for them. Because that's all they do is whore themselves out for sports books, and then they pretend they're not. I mean, they're certainly not experts. They don't even show the record, right? I mean, I don't know. I never go to the site, so I might be saying something that's not true there. I don't know if they say the records or not, but I know not one of them could hold a candle to any cappers on our site. I can tell you that much because they're not cappers. They're just a bunch of guys making videos, just like a kid in 6th grade arguing with his friend over lunch. Basically the same thing. Unwatchable crap. I did try watching it once. Unwatchable crap. He blocked us, right? The guy, Lindy, blocked me on Twitter. Jay got blocked for being associated with me. Jay didn't even say anything. He blocked your ass.
You're guilty by association.
No need to put down the competition. Oh yeah, there is. I'm going to call it exactly what it is, man. I'm going to call it exactly what it is. I mean, see, the thing is, like, you guys don't actually know these people, and that's the whole thing. It's like, what you know is this. I'm the only one that owns one of these major sites that sits here in front of the video camera. I'm the only one. All the rest of the guys, whatever. And I would say that these two guys right here make more money than all of the guys at Odd Chopper combined that you see on the videos. I'd be willing to wager that. Anyways. Anything else you want to talk about? Chris?
No, I'm good.
Any questions, comments?
Concerns?
Good day. Be humble. The thing is, none of those other guys were on the way up, man. Those Odd Chopper guys were about as disrespectful to me as you get, man. They teamed up on me on Twitter. Teamed up on my ass. Copied Ron. Copied his down to the transitions of his video. And then when I called them out on it, they like teamed up on me like a bunch of little girls. Mean girls. They came out of the woodwork. You better not do that. That was the best. I showed the guy who's like the vice president of Odd Chopper. I showed his house. I said, well, here's where he lives. And then I get the message, the DM. Can you take that down, please? What do you sitting in front? I don't even understand what you.
You think what does it have to do with, like, what is going on live have to do with making money?
Okay. Show us the picture. I don't remember it, but I can look it up in my Twitter. Anyway, you guys want to talk about some games? I mean, yesterday at this time we
Yeah,
were
let's do it.
talking about Alabama Hot Pockets. But anyways,
Yeah, we're not doing the word of the day.
yeah, where did that one come? Who was the one that brought that up?
Costy, because we were talking about Christopher Sanchez.
No, somebody brought up the Alabama Hot Pocket in the
Oh,
comments.
no, but I'm just saying it just deviated from that. Like, it started with Christopher Sanchez, and then
Are you saying we got off topic?
we might have gone on a slight tangent. It's entirely possible. I am not.
See, this is where you're wrong. They're not trying to beat the books. They're trying to get you to sign up for a sports book. That's what they're trying to do. They could care less about winning and losing. They are there to get you to sign up for a sports book. Everything they have, everything they say, everything they do mentions a sports book and a sign up process. So don't even pretend that that's not the case. That's not the case. Maybe you're a sucker and you believe it, but it's like, I'm telling you, that's why they're there, man. That is 100% of their existence. Anyways. And they're welcome to come on our show and tell me otherwise. I invite them anytime. Open mic, man. Come on and explain to me how you're just not some site set up to get people to sign up for sports books. Because that's exactly what you are, man. You work for the books. You're a sports book horse. Anyways, speaking of sports book horse, Tigers against the Cardinals. We got the Orioles against the Yankees. Marlins against the Rockies. And back into Tigers versus Cardinals. Dead show version. Chris? Back into. I told you guys before the show, I'm in a Monday mood, man.
Well, I think I have some for all four of these games. For the Tigers Cardinals, I would simply just go with the Tigers in both games. I think you get at worst a split. I thought that the Tigers would be dogs, or at least at a coin flip in each of those games. They're slightly above a coin flip in both, but I still think that they have a good shot at winning both. Maybe the over in the first one if it's Flaherty versus Gibson, over 8. But I do like the Tigers in that doubleheader. I like the Orioles at home against the Yankees. The Yankees bats went silent yesterday. I'm sure they could maybe get a couple runs off of Dean Kramer, but Kramer for the most part against the Yankees last year did what he did. I mean, he kept finding ways to win. The wins haven't been as consistent this season. I think the Orioles are 2-3 as a team in his 5 starts, but I like this Orioles team, and I think they can get to Nestor Cortez Jr. And I lean towards the Rockies, only because the Marlins are 0-10 as a favorite this year. But probably not betting much, if anything, on that one.
Like, how much is not much? Like $3?
Yeah, a few hundred, a couple, maybe $100. $50 or $100.
You done?
Yep.
Jay?
You're on mute. Jay, you're on mute.
Wow.
It's a case of the Mondays on Tuesday.
Yeah. I said I was taking the Baltimore O's is what I said. You're gonna give me Baltimore home dog, a little plus money, sign me up. Kramer, he was really, these were the spots he won in a lot last year. You look at the O's in this home spot, the last couple seasons, they're really profitable. It's just a spot where I have to play Baltimore as the home dog, getting plus money. We saw him get it done yesterday, and I wouldn't be surprised if Kramer got back right today at home, at the crib. I'm on the Rockies today, bro. The Marlins are just a fade, bro. Just fade they ass. Just fade they ass. Short, sweet, simple, bro. They're terrible. Okay? They're terrible. And they're still being priced like they're not in some instances. So until otherwise, bro, just fade them. Really fade their ass on the run line. I'm going to reverse run line the Rockies today. I know it sounds crazy, bro, but I'm here to make money. I'm here to attack the plus money spots. You know what I mean? Try to get as much value as possible. And fading the Marlins and laying runs is really profitable right now. So I'm there in that one. We did both Tigers-Cardinals games.
Yep, double down.
Double down. I'll rock with Flaherty in the first one. I know Mitch don't like
God.
it. I know. I'm gonna rock with.
Just stop. Gonna have to send him to Flaherty's Anonymous, man. It's like first step's admitting you have a problem, man. It is.
I'm on the Tigers hype train.
No,
I'm on the Tigers hype train, and I've been fading the Cardinals the last 2 years. So like, I just gotta, you know what I mean? Trust the Tigers, and hopefully Flaherty don't crash the car early. Is what I'm. Kyle Gibson can crash the car too. That's the thing. It's two sides of the story. So I'm gonna rock with Flaherty and the Tigers in the first one. Is there anybody in that second one listed for the Tigers?
Kyle Gibson in the first one. He's asked too.
In game 2.
Game 2, no one listed for the Tigers yet. Chris, do you see anything on MLB.com?
Okay. Yeah, first one I lean towards Flaherty.
Still TBD.
Yeah.
Down with TBD. Yeah, you know me.
You fading Flaherty today, Mitch?
All day, every day. I love fading Flaherty. Even with Kyle Gibson. That's how much I hate Flaherty, is that I'll go with Kyle Gibson. My second most faded pitcher in all of baseball. But actually, Gibson has pitched well in his last 2 starts. Well, Flaherty has never pitched well. He's a bum. I'm going to be fading him early and often. I'll continue the Flaherty fade train. He did dip it down to just 4 runs allowed last time out in 5 innings of work. So that's about an 8. That's about an 8 ERA, a little over 8. What does it make? A 9? Is that a 9 ERA? 4 runs in 5 innings. It's a little under 8, actually. 7 point something.
7.2.
Yeah, he's at 4.91. I think he can push that over to 5 if he really applies himself. And the way the Cardinals are hitting the ball, I'm going to guess that he can do that today. What's it going to take to get him over 5 today? Not much, because Paul Goldschmidt is finally hitting the baseball, and that is bad news for the opposition of the Cardinals. I'm rolling with the Cards in this one. My pick of the day yesterday was the over in the Tigers-Cardinals, and it got rained out. I like the over in this one too. And the thing is, all the pressure was on the under in that game. But I like the over. Dean Kramer and Nestor Cortez Jr. I'm going to go with the Yankees in this one. Dean Kramer is just not my guy. And Sixto Sanchez, hell yeah, man. The Marlins are ass, but the Rockies are ass on the road. It's 2-15 at home versus 2-11 on the road. We are 4-26 combined in these situations for these two teams. You know what you call this, Chris? Write this one down, because we'll reuse it. This is an ass fest.
Oh. I've never been one to turn down a good ass fest.
I got a coupon for DraftKings.
Oh no, not the coupon.
For DraftKings, man. Sign up. Get a bonus.
Oh, jeez. I'm not bringing the group on to the ass fest.
They've never thrown anybody out there. No, we know. It's like... All right. Next up, got the Royals and the Jays. The Mets and the Cubs. Javier Assad. Can't spell ass without a side. Cooper Cruisewood getting the start for the Red Sox against the Giants. And Michael Saraka against Simeon Woods Richardson. Sounds like he's got 3 last names, actually. Any relation to Tiger Woods? Jay, it's you.
I'm back on the White Sox, man. I mean, they had them last night. You know what I mean? They had multiple opportunities late in that baseball game to take the lead. Even down to the final at-bat, runners on first and third. All the values on the White Sox, bro. The Twins, they 2 games above 500 now. You know what they are, 50-50 Twins. All right. I still think the White Sox are playing their best baseball of the season, even though they lost last night. I mean, it was a close, competitive game. All the values on the White Sox. I'm on this. I'm in the South Side tonight, man. Give me Chicago. And that's it. Just the White Sox. Yeah.
In a 4-game slot, 3 Ruffalos? Don't make me start going back to every game at once, man.
Fine. I want to take Cole Ragans in this spot, but Barrios at home makes me nervous. So, like, personally, I'm not betting the game. But if I were to, I would take Kansas City at the plus money. They have been slightly the better team thus far this season. I know the Blue Jays have had a tough schedule. But Barrios is – I don't think it's crazy to say he's the best starter in this rotation. I mean, he's been the most consistent recently. So, at home, at the crib, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jays got it done. But I don't trust them. They're a 50-50 team right now. I think the value's on Kansas City. I like Cole. I lean towards the Royals in that one. And then I'm going to lean towards the Cubbies against Sean Manaea. I know it's Javier Assad. He's pitching above his pay grade, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if today's the day he got cranked because we know he's not as good as what he's looked thus far. We know that. But maybe he is. And if he comes out here with another good outing, then I think the Cubs are in a really good position. Mets overvalued per usual. Give me the Cubs.
This is baseball 101. Yeah, write this down, Jay. Just like I gave one to Chris, I'll give a gift of wisdom to you that you can quote me on many years later. If you're taking the White Sox, you fade the Cubs. Okay? It goes like this. I'll take the White Sox over the Twins. So, of course, I'll take the Mets at home against the Cubs with Assad pitching. Can't spell Assad without S.
The Cubs and the White Sox don't win on the same day?
Cubs, anti-Cubs, White Sox plus. It's almost like they're playing each other. A symbiotic relationship. Yeah, we're going next level here. Been a while since I tapped into the show. Wasn't there a ticker at the bottom showing everyone's picks for the games to go over? Yeah, there was. Yes, there was. The answer to that is yes. Why don't you do it anymore? Got sick of it. I'll go with Reagans against the Blue Jays. Why not? We got the Brewers against the Rays. Man, once again, the Brewers get the shit call, and nothing goes against them in the 9th inning this time. Did you see that? Runner interference. Exactly what we were talking about yesterday, Jay, about interference. They get the interference call against them, man, and they can call them out in the 9th inning with guys at second and third. They called it on the guy crossing the plate with the tying run with 1 out in the game. So now the Brewers have 2 outs, runners at second and third, and down by 1 instead of it being a tie game. They call it interference on them, man.
I gotta go see it. Damn.
Oh, yeah. It was gruesome, man. It is about as bad as it gets, especially considering the day before. They lose on their own runner's interference on a away judgment call. Ruffolo's Googling it. Brewers interference. I wonder if we could show it. Interference. I think we can. Pat Murphy ejected after backswing content. Oh, that's what it was. He hit him with the backswing of the bat. After the tying run was wiped off. Ridiculous, man. You watching it? I'll put it in the comments. You guys want.
Oh.
That is, I mean, they've had two of them in the last 2 days.
That's Angel Hernandez type stuff.
No K Diddy. Mondays and Fridays. Nuts, right?
Yeah, that's bad.
All right. Well, let's get to these games. We've got the Brewers and the Rays. We've got the Rangers and the Nationals. We've got the Astros and the Guardians, and the Phillies and the Angels. Phillies Angels was a classic textbook Roniak meltdown last night. It all came to pieces. They turned on Ron just like they turned on us, Jay. Same way. It happens that fast. Phillies sold. That was it. Braves and Phillies lost at the same time, man. No chance.
Mitch Garver is becoming one of my favorite players, bro. I swear to God. I wish he was still on my Rangers.
Yeah, he hit the catcher in the back of the head on the pass ball. And they ruled it interference when actually it should be catcher interference, right? On something like that. It should be the other way. He should have been on first. It's crazy, man. You know what they say about baseball? You can go to a game and you'll always see something that you've never seen before. Always see something you've never seen before. I think the Brewers bounce back here. I'm going to take them against the Rays. I'm going to roll with the Guardians. I don't know. I'm going to pass on that game. Just seems a way high spread here on the Astros, so maybe somebody knows something. I'm going to take Mackenzie Gore against Jays Rangers. They are the 50-50 Rangers this year. And I'll go with the Phillies. Jay didn't say anything about that 50-50 Rangers. It's awfully quiet.
Yeah, because we all know what it is, man. We're the World Series champs, bro. And
you are right now the 50-50 Rangers.
We're the World Series champs, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know, but you're the 50-50 Rangers right now. You are. Chris, throw it over to the franchise player. See what he has to say. I'm supposed to be the franchise player. And
I'm leaving 50. I'm leaving 50-50 alone. I'm leaving 50-50 alone. From that last time slot, quickly, I like the under in the Jays, Royals, and the Cubs. For this time slot, I'm going Brewers run line. I like Freddie Peralta. We've talked about it all the time on the show.
What do you like about him?
Strikeout machine. He's taken over the ace role for this Brewers team. You know, when Woodruff was out for the year and Burns and Hauser cut, Peralta stayed, and Peralta's been.
You mean Adrian Hauser was going to be the top of the rotation guy?
No, but whenever there was talk about who's the three-headed monster out of the Brewers rotation, all the names that came up were Woodruff, Burns, and Hauser. Sounded like a bad law firm, and anyone else just below it because Peralta was injured, or he had the one bad year where he wasn't striking anybody out. But now he's back. He looks like the staff ace, and I just the Brewers are the kings of the interleague game. I mean, they dominated interleague play last year. They've been solid this year, and the Rays just aren't. They're not who we thought they were. Gonna go back to that bit, but yeah, I think the Brewers got it done here. I think the Brewers get the win on the run line. I am going to take the Cleveland Guardians. I I think this price is just going up because it's just like everybody sees that the Houston Astros had those 2 good games in Mexico City. And all of a sudden, the Houston Astros are back, but it's still Hunter Brown pitching. And Cleveland, they play good fundamental baseball. They don't really beat themselves all that often. Carlos Carrasco's not a world beater, but I still think he's good enough here. And the Cleveland Guardians have a much better bullpen. So give me the Guardians there. And I'm going to take the Phillies against the Angels. Stringing back-to-back wins is not something that the Angels do all that well. Spencer Turnbull's pitching really well right now, a lot better than I give him credit for. And Tyler Anderson doesn't necessarily get a ton of run support. I think Anderson's going to look more like the pitcher that we're used to seeing the last few years, that high 4, low 5 ERA by season's end. So give me the Phillies there for the bounce back.
Give me the Brew Crew money line. I don't really want to lay the run line. I'll just lay the minus 170. Give me Freddie P in the run line. I feel like Freddie P going to, keep the scoring down from the Rays. Hopefully the Brewers back him up. Minus 170. It's a pricey, a little juicy. Yeah. Do I think it's a dub? For sure. Give me the Brewers. Really parlay them up with my boys because this is a layup too. Feel me? I'm on the Rangers, man. Not the 50-50 Rangers. The World Series champions. You feel me?
The 51-49 Rangers.
Yeah, there you go. Mackenzie Gore. Gonna light his ass up. I mean, yeah, the Nationals are playing well right now, but they just played the Marlins, bro. So come on now. Come on now. We just played the man. When you look at our schedule, you kind of understand what's going on here. We're just playing some good teams, playing good baseball. That's all that's going on. That's all that's going on. This is type series we sweep. This type series we dominate. I'd parlay up the Brewers and the Rangers. You're taking just both money line. But y'all know for shit show we fading the Astros. I'm with Ruffolo too. Ooh, the Astros. They're back. Man, no the hell they not. How? You beat the Rockies twice in Mexico? That don't do it. That doesn't cut it for me.
Wow.
That doesn't cut it for me. The Guardians, 19-9, that cut. You know what I mean? Competed tooth and nail with the Braves.
I haven't seen Jay this aggressive since, yesterday's discussion with Costi over Kawhi Leonard, but that's...
I'm on the Guardians, man. Layup.
I don't think it's the Hunter Brown show.
No.
You say Hunter, I say Brown. Hunter Brown.
Brown. What can Brown do for you? Absolutely nothing. No, I think the other thing is I think a lot of people talk about the Cleveland Guardians and like how they had a soft schedule. They've only played 10 games against teams below 500. They're 8-2. So,
oh, J. We need a picture of Wentworth, right? So we can do the JG Wentworth. 877 cash now. I have a structured settlement, but I need.
Do we have an O'Reilly?
JG Wentworth.
877 cash now.
Do we have an O'Reilly? Oh, O'Reilly.
The one that used to get stuck in my head all the time is the other 3-800 5-8
2-300 Empire.
It's funny because I used to sing those all the time.
Liberty.
The Canadian ones are worse, I'll tell you.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Yeah, man. That's funny.
If it gets stuck in your head, it means it worked.
Yeah.
It's all caps right there.
It's all cap.
For a great low rate, you can get online, go to the general, save some time.
Shaq does the general now. Shaq's doing the TNT show. He can't get that shit out of his head. This better than talking about our competitors, I'll tell you that much.
I'm trying to think if there's any other off the top of my head.
All right, who's up next? We've got Braves and Mariners. We've got, we don't have Bitler, just call him Costello. We've got the Diamondbacks versus the Dodgers. Gotta get something for Landon Knack. Something like My Sharona. How about My Sharona? Landon, get the knack. Just call him My Sharona. Man, that was, you guys are probably too young for that one. Man, that was one summer where it was like you could not get that song out of your head. It was brutal. Good song, though. Then you get the A's against the Pirates. Mitch Keller on the mound. And the Padres versus the Reds. Go to our franchise player. Chris, I got a question for you before you get started on this frame about Mitch Keller. Okay? Every team gets a representative in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Are you sick of them calling him All-Star Mitch Keller? I mean, every team gets an All-Star, you know? It's not like, you're not DeGrom, you're not Kershaw, you're not Sandy. You're Mitch Keller, you're the team rep, man. You know, there's been, like, throughout the years, like, you know, back in the day, like when the Expos were terrible, like Woody Fryman would be the representative, or like, you know, I mean, you've seen, throughout the years, like the A's have had some real hideous ones, you know, but it's like Mitch Keller considered, you know, is the they refer to him as All-Star Mitch Keller. Anyways, you're up.
I'm trying to see who they've rated the worst All-Stars of all time, or at least the worst All-Star since like 2002.
I know one of the guys was on the A's. I forget his name. He was a pitcher that later pitched for the Cubs. A's All-Stars, 19. I mean, it is a very rough list here.
Anyways, these last ones, I'm gonna go with the excuse me. I'm gonna go with the A's here. Take a shot on the value. The A's are playing some decent baseball right now. Mitch Keller, you know, over the course of the season, even going back to last year, his struggles mainly came on the road. I think the A's keep that momentum going. The Pirates are just struggling right now. So give me the Oakland A's. And give me the Dodgers here. I know Jordan Montgomery's pitching and it's his first home start for the Diamondbacks, but the Dodgers have been hitting lefties really well this season. Anytime I see the Diamondbacks, the only time I may end up playing the Diamondbacks unless it's a really favorable spot is in the first 5 because I don't trust the Diamondbacks bullpen whatsoever. The Dodgers for me have a better bullpen. I think Landon Knack can have a solid start. The Diamondbacks bottom 5 in the last 2 weeks against righties in terms of batting average, so I'll take the Diamondbacks in that one. Or sorry, the Dodgers in that one, excuse me.
1976, Woody Fryman was the representative from the Expos. But, I mean, you look at some of their other guys that they had on this Expos. I mean, it is basically the Hall of Fame, all, you know, one after the other here. I mean, they had Gary Carter, Andre Dawson, Tim Raines, Al Oliver, Jeff Reardon. They had Andres Galarraga, Dennis Martinez, Marquise Grissom. They had Moises Alou, Pedro Martinez, Uge Thurbina, Vlad Guerrero, the real Vlad Guerrero. Livion Hernandez.
Oh,
This
Livan
really
Hernandez.
became
I
that.
forgot
That's
about
after they
Livan
became the
Hernandez.
Nationals. That's when they became the Nationals. They were already the Nationals.
Yeah, I forgot about Livan Hernandez. He was terrible.
What?
At one point, Livan Hernandez was brutal.
He was bad, but he was El Duque's brother. He was actually had a good earlier portion of his career.
He was El Duque.
El Duque was awesome, man.
Yeah, I know.
When he was on the White Sox, he struck out Big Papi on 3 pitches in that year they won the World Series.
Livan Hernandez. I remember he had like a really bad year closer to the end, I think.
Go to the general and save some time. What do you think the odds are of like one of those odd shopper guys saying, "Okay, I'll come on the show with you guys"?
Slim.
0.
Or as Mitch used to say, Slim just left town.
I offer the offer's open, man. But the discussion is going to be about the prioritization of the site of getting people signed up for sports books over handicapping and picks. That's what the discussion has to be. Where's the priorities lie? And I think it's a fair question.
Yeah.
We just want you to get the best odds because you can't get an odds comparison anywhere else. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's about plus 700 of them saying yes.
That's it.
Plus 2,600. What are the odds of the Heat winning the series? Probably not a bad bet.
Plus $1 million.
I tell you who my friends after yesterday's show, they all want to come on. Like all my college buddies, they all want to come on the show. Oh God, my friend did this. This is the best. I don't know if you can read it, but here, I'll read it to you. It says, "Hi, Thomas. We're notifying you the transaction at the Bay Branch Hose and Blows U.S. for $6,297.27 on your JetBlue card was approved. Please visit JetBlue MasterCard at Barclays mobile app to review or update your spend control options." It's like a real notice, but it says, but it's for you ever get these like for your credit card? The Bay Branch Hose and Blows, 6,207.
Oh my God.
All right. I guess you got to see it. Makes it better.
That's still good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Maybe I can get it somehow. I have a structured settlement, but I need cash.
Call J.G. Whitworth.
7 cash now. 877 cash.
I can't.
You can. Jay, you're
I
right.
can't.
Just
Hey,
for a great rate.
If y'all need a sponsor, man, DM me. But
Affleck.
I don't care what Chris talking about. I'm on Los Serpientes. I'm taking my boys home dog with my guy Montgomery on the mound. Landon Knack finna get lit up. Short, sweet, simple. I trust Monty at the crib, though. I really do. And the Dodgers, they are hot right now. They are hot right now. But if there was a spot, this is, and you can tell by the line, this is a spot where they're supposed to drop. Even still, I kind of feel like they disrespecting the Diamondbacks a little bit with the price, in my person, and to me.
Yeah. Always fade my Sharona.
And I'm on the Mariners. They're hot, bro. They're just hot. And when they're hot, you ride them. You ride them till you're like, can't no more. So I'm on the Mariners. Fading the Braves. I know the Braves haven't lost back-to-back yet this year, right? So today's the day. Today's the day. Castillo. Like my guy Brian Beebe saying, gets it done. That's how I like in this slot them too. Mitch?
Regardless of how the series ends, I end up better than anybody. That if you bet the Celtics every single game, I've already beat you. It don't matter. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Except laying extended lines, which if you're betting the Celtics, you're way too much of a coward to do that. Anyways. Chris, you banning this guy, or do I got to do it myself?
Sorry, I'm just trying to get to it.
All right. Oh, man. I'm going to fade the knack. I'm going to go with my Sharona, Jordan Montgomery, and Los Serpientes. Monty's not bad, man. He's pitched pretty well. I think the book is still out on knack. I think this Mariners-Braves is an under all the way once again, even at 7. The thing is I know Lopez. I've seen Lopez. He used to be on the White Sox, Lopez. He's not this good, man. He's going to play to the back of his baseball card. So we're going to see a regression there. Also, I understand Mitch Keller's an all-star. He's also got a 5.9 ERA or something this season. He's going to get shellacked. I'm taking the A's. Make it back-to-back winners. Go. The A's are going to be like the Bulls, Jay. They're going to be 3 games under 500. We'll have to change their name to the Bulls for tomorrow's show. Romanelli will be here. Oh, I'm out tomorrow, possibly. Chris, you're going to have to run the show.
All right.
I got to go see my surgeon. Screwed up my shoulder. I didn't screw it up. I just hurt it again. I just re-injured it.
Oh, jeez.
We're not supposed to use it. I got I'll take the Padres against the Reds. Nick Martinez returning to the scene of the crime. That's what we call his career in San Diego. He's a stiff. Roll with the Padres. Take it over to the NBA. Chris, what are you selling tonight?
Right now, I just got my MLB pickoff play for $19, 11-5 in the last 16 on that. We
don't care.
Phillies
we
broke
don't
our
care.
heart.
We don't care about like these
I know
abbreviated records, especially at oddball numbers. You know, it's either for the season or the year or whatever. But it's like, you can't just pick a random range and say, "Oh yeah, I'm 11-6 in my last 7." No one goes by last 7. Oh, Chris, how are you in your last 17 pickoff plays?
Fine.
It's like, I mean, come on, keep it real. You're like one of the leaders on the leaderboard. You don't have to lead.
All right, fine. Do you want 28-9?
You're supposed to be the franchise player, man. It's like, you're supposed to be the franchise player. Now tell us what you got for sale today.
Okay, fine. All right. Number 1 on the MLB leaderboards, 2,400 units. Got $19 pickoff play. Also got my MLB triple play. That $19 play included. I'm going to have an NHL play on the board as well today.
Jay, what's happening?
I got my NBA play of the day for sale today, man. We did cash it with the Lake Show Lakers yesterday, so.
Ka-ching.
I'm gonna give y'all oddball number 2. So
much to the chagrin of the Jamsters, they were all like, "How do you take the Lakers this time? Didn't you watch the game? This guy don't even watch the game. He only bets with his feelings. He don't even watch the games.
Yeah. 91, 63, and 4. Last 158 on that NBA Player of the Day. That's going pretty much the whole season. Number 1 in the NBA for the season. Just trying to keep it rolling. In the postseason. Positive units in the MLB.
Sounds like he's campaigning for franchise player there, Chris. I don't know, man. Sounds like he's trying to throw his hat in the ring.
Ruffolo is the true franchise player.
He's the franchise player.
He's Batman. I'm his Robin, man. You feel me? I got some baseball on the board as well, so y'all be on the lookout for that. I'm on the leaderboard in baseball. I'm down a game, I think, but I'm positive units, straight out the Mitch textbook. But I'm having a decent season in MLB. We're gonna keep it rolling. All we got to do is catch fire for like a 1 week or two on the Dogs, and it's over. We're gonna be up there with Chris. So
we can have a super team. Jay and I are like Luka and Kyrie.
There you go. So.
Oh, you have a structured settlement, and you need cash now.
Hop on with me, Big Dogs Premium, man. Let's make some money. Pair us up. Or pair all three of us up.
Pair us up with the General. Great low rates you can get online. Go to the General and save some time. Unpaid promotion. So I ordered this table online, right? And I go and I order it and whatever, and it's like I don't even look at anything, right? Because I see this. You ever like just get a catalog that you're not even sure why you're getting it, like who you ever got this from, right, to begin with. So I get this catalog for this homemade furniture, right? And it's like I have like this end table that I think my wife got at like TJ Maxx or something. It's like so rickety, just so I can throw my stuff on next to the couch, like because I'm working all the time, So I always have all this computers and coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff. So it's just a place where I can put my stuff, and it's like, but it's not stable, right? So I'm like, I keep saying I'm going to get myself a nice end table for there. So I get this catalog, not a catalog that I ordered or ever got anything from. It's just a random catalog that's just arrived at our house. So I go in there and I buy this table online. They call me up personally. Oh man, let me see if I could maybe I could find the voicemail. I'll play this. You're gonna love this, man. You're gonna when you hear these time frames, these are like the best time frames ever in the history of voice messages. Let me see where it is. This was unbelievable. That wasn't that long ago. Here it is. Here, I'll play it for you guys. It is a little long, but let's never stop.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Thank you for ordering the rectangular minimus table. We'll get that scheduled, and we'll be promising to have it built by the end of September, and then we will deliver it to you. It'll get shipped UPS ground, so you'll receive it within 3 to 5 weeks. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to give me a call. It's 207-865.
So it starts production end of September, and then it's another 3 to 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be have a great football season. Should have thrown in there.
So what time during week 9 of NFL season would you like us to deliver this table?
It's going to be 25 weeks, man. That's what he says. I called him back. I'm like, yeah, so basically, so it sounded like you said the end of September.
That time frame's not going to work.
Yeah. He goes, we hope to get it to you within 25 weeks. Of course, plus the shipping. And it's like. That's crazy, right? Knicks Sixers. Jay, Was Embiid at the shoot around? I've heard no.
No, he was not at the shoot around. He was not smoking dope on the sideline. He didn't have his
bag of Doritos.
Yeah, his bag of Doritos. So something to watch out for. He is questionable. The thing is him not being at shoot around don't really do much for me. If there's one other player that the roster manipulation be going on, it's Joel Embiid, bro. They've been fine. Just look at how many times the Sixers have been fine dealing with the health and concerns with Joel Embiid. So in my professional handicapping, I do this shit for a living assumption, Embiid's playing tonight. I wouldn't read too much into it.
Oh, he says he has a migraine, which is one of my favorite lines from Ted. Ted 2. It was Ted 2.
Injury recovery and migraine. I forgot we recovered from injuries down 3-1 in the postseason. My bad. I forgot.
Did you ever see Ted 2? Did you ever see that?
What are we talking about?
Ted 2, the movie?
No, what happened? Yeah, I've seen it.
So they're at the lawyer's office, and she takes out the bong, and she's like, "Oh, I smoke this for migraines." And Ted says, "You should see the migraine I'm gonna have in the parking lot about 20 minutes." She says she takes out the bong, she's smoking weed. She says, "I hope you don't mind. It's for migraines." And Ted says, "You should see the migraine I'm gonna have out in the parking lot in about 20 minutes." All right. Guess you had to be there.
The Knicks have dominated this series. I'm going out with Philadelphia, though. And if I'm going to take them, I'm taking the money line. I don't want the points. So, of course, I want to see if Embiid plays, but I'm expecting him to play. The line holding tight at 4.5 kind of makes me feel like he's playing. And Sixers money line for me here in this one, extended series.
Here you go. I'll post it in the comments. There it is.
Probably going to do is just take a seat and get to work.
Trust you completely.
Yeah, we really feel like you got a lot to offer.
I get migraines.
I'm going to get a huge migraine in the parking lot in about 20 minutes.
It must be Ted.
There you go. Chris, what do you think?
Oh man,
that's funny, right?
I loved the bit. I was wheezing, but I had my mic on mute, so it's like you couldn't hear it. But this number isn't great for me at what is it still 4.5, 5. I lean towards the Knicks, if anything. I think even with Joel Embiid as backup against the wall, I still can't get there with the Sixers. I think the Knicks have the momentum. They were the better team in New York by a fair margin when these teams played earlier in the series, and I just think New York finds a way here. Definitely not rushing to bet this thing though. I'm gonna take the Knicks though.
Sixers for me. I'm gonna take a shot. I think they at least play it close. It's probably gonna be a war all the way. I like the Sixers to squeeze it out by maybe a point or two. We got the Cavaliers against the Magic. Go to the franchise player.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to be popular, but I'm probably going to go back to the Magic here to at least keep it close. I think getting those playoff wins at home, and while they have been a different team on the road in this series, I think getting those playoff wins at home gave them a little bit of confidence. But they can go back on the road and compete and win this game here. The Cleveland Cavaliers in the 4 playoff games have scored 97 points or less. So I know some people are going to say, well, the Orlando Magic got to show me that they can score on the road before I feel comfortable about backing them in a spot like this. But I'm comfortable at least taking the 4.5, 5 points and hoping that Orlando keeps us home within 3 or 4. So I'm going to take the Magic here. I'm going to take the under, I think, as well. 201.5 is really low, but the first 2 games in Cleveland were defensive battles. So give me the Magic and the under here.
I'll take the Cavs all day. The home team's just absolutely dominated this series. There's no reason to think that doesn't happen. It's not like they've been close games, good games. I mean, a week ago, the Magic are never going to win, man. Did you see the first 2 games? Same shit. Different day. It's exactly like Jovan drew it up on the telestrator. I'm taking the Cavs.
Fading your ass. I'm taking the Magic straight up on the money line.
Jay's taking the Magic every game this series.
Yes, I have.
He's Wayne Scotted it out. Him and Wayne riding it together, man. Riders on the storm.
Yeah, my God, Wayne. I think it's the way to play it, though. You draw your line in the sand, and that's where you stand. That's where I stand.
I think you flip flop like no one's business. You're just home team.
I think that was the key at the beginning of the series, but I think now it's over. The reason I think that is because, bro, I don't know if y'all watched the game. I feel like you had to watch the game to feel what I'm feeling like. That second half of that Cleveland Magic Game 3.
I know, but it was unwatchable crap, so I couldn't do it. I took a nap.
That's the thing, though. But like Cleveland had a 10-point lead at half in Game 4.
But neither of these teams are going anywhere. I just wasn't compelled to watch. I had a bet on the Magic. It didn't seem to matter.
They had a 10-point lead, and I moneyline Cleveland. I mean, the Magic right then. And the Magic went on to have one of their best quarters of the season. And I just think momentum like that carries over. You know, they're 4 games into the postseason now. So this young Magic team, they now have playoff experience. Some teams, we credit them having playoff experience for getting swept in the first round. So they already have 4 games now under their belt. We seen Cleveland do this kind of same shit last year. They started out good, and then they flamed out at the end of the postseason. I remember that. I think the Magic, bro, they're the better team. They're the best ATS team in basketball. I've said all series, I think they match up really well with Cleveland. If Cleveland doesn't go like stupid hot for a quarter, it's over. You know what I mean? Because I think defensively Orlando is just that good. I got the Magic in 6, man. It's still at plus money for the series. It's at big plus money too, Magic for the series. But and all they have to do is win one on the road. And I think they win today and then go back home, and we already know what they do at home. So I'm on the Magic here. I like them straight up money line too. It's like plus 170-ish. Really good return.
And the Bucks versus the Halliburtons. Bucks 4-point home dogs now. Another year of the playoffs, another year of an early exit. I'm going with the Pacers. I've taken the Pacers every game. Some asswipe in the YouTube comments the other day. I think Chris had the game. He's like, "You guys are just getting on the Pacers now." It's like, have you not? It's like you want to talk about coming to the wrong place and saying that. I mean, I've been on the Pacers for years. I mean, mid-market value team all the way, and then this year, I mean, basically, I invented the term Halliburton.
If you go back, all you said, the perfect thing about what we do is it's all still there. If you really want,
this guy's just, I mean, he laid into us like a paragraph, man.
You really wanted to know, you can go back and watch it, bro. Like, or you can go to my Twitter, bro. I flew to Vegas to watch Halliburton give the Bucks that work in the in-season tournament. Like, what are you talking about?
We had a diagram with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back explaining the entire situation.
I had like 5,500 on the Pacers in that game. Like, what are we talking about? I've been on the Pacers all year.
I invented Halliburton as an adjective.
I think I did, actually.
I think I called them the Halliburtons first.
It's all good. We share it.
It's okay. Thunder Buddies is mine.
I for sure stole Thunder Buddies. Yeah, I stole it and ran with that.
That's from Ted also. That's also from Ted.
I know that's from Ted for sure. Yeah. He runs in the room and jumps in the bed. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm on the Halliburtons with you, though. They've dominated the Bucks all season, kind of like I was just talking about, bro. I think they played 5, so they now play what? This is their 9th game. The Pacers have won 7 of them. I think that's all you really need to know. And if you're going to take the Bucks, I think there's no value on the points. If you like the Bucks in any capacity, if you think the game's going to be competitive, any of that, you take them outright. If you like the Pacers, don't even worry about trying to take a money line. You're losing value. You're losing juice. You're getting juiced. Slay the points. You'll be fine. Halliburton's.
I'm trying to figure out what this line means if someone's coming back tonight.
I don't know. I got 7 minutes. NHL.
Pacers for me. Yeah, Pacers for me as well. I'm not going to get caught holding a grenade. If someone comes back, they come back. NHL.
NHL, anything?
Canucks and Hurricanes in regulation for me.
I'll take the Islanders. Who are the Canucks playing?
The Predators, the worst name in sports.
Yeah.
Man, Roof don't want to do it, so I'm doing it, man. We not going out like this, man. I'm
scared.
There's 4 games. Oh, I'm taking the Bruins, man.
No. Shh.
Money,
we're on the hype
puck
train.
line.
We're on the hype train tonight, baby.
Puck line, Bruins. What's the score in that series?
Just imagine this says
3-1 Boston.
Gee, the Leafs getting escorted out of the playoffs again.
The gentleman's sweep is on the table. I'm scared.
Not the Bruins. Will the Panthers play the Bruins?
Yes.
Oh, we slaughtered them last year. My friend Fitzy said he's getting back into it. Man, he wants to come on the show with you, do some hockey. He really knows his stuff, man. He's been doing it forever. Have you ever done stuff with him before? He's done stuff with us before.
He
really knows his stuff, man. He's like one of those diehard Boston Bruins fans, like lifer. You'll like him. Who's up?
Shorty for sure.
It could be the third puck dog.
That brings us to parlay.
Rumor has it the puck dogs are getting the band back together. Both are so excited.
Let's go with the.
Who's peaches and who's herb? Puck dogs.
Not dignifying that with a response.
Not Jay, if it was the puck dogs, who's peaches and who's herb? I think Ruffolo might be peaches in that. Rod could be peaches.
Yeah.
Peaches or
okay, fine, peaches. Give me the A's for my parlay. Give me the A's. Brewers run line and the Magic and the points.
Jake.
I'm gonna keep attacking these huge plus money ones until we just absolutely murder the books. So there's plenty of options to go with today too. Let's go.
Yep, a lot of good ones.
Let's go White Sox money line, Guardians money line. We'll do 2 in Major League Baseball. We'll do 2 in the NBA. Let's go Sixers money line and Magic money line. And then we'll add the hype train. The Maple Leafs. 5-teamer, all dogs, trying to get rich on a Tuesday. I'm putting 100 on it. We'll see how it shakes out.
Cardinals game 1, Yankees and the Mets. It's Mitch for Jay and Chris. Thanks for joining us. It's been special. It always is. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Reunited. It feels so good.